Welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to do a project I've never done before. The application of this one seems very simple. Makes me a little nervous just because you want to get it right. You really need to get it right. It's the first time for me. I'm replacing the plug. I've got a 7-prong plug. You know, that's got your brakes with it. It's got your lights, hazards, everything. Auxiliary. I think that runs the battery for the camper. That's what a 7-prong is. You know, if you get like a 4-prong flat, you probably don't have brakes. You just have lights that run with that trailer, etc. And the reason for replacing this, I'm hoping this solves my problem. The one time I've taken this camper out camping, I blew the fuse on the brake controller on the way home. So I did clean these out, these prongs last year. I used some like diode cleaner and stuff and really scrubbed on them. But I'm just gonna fix this and replace it. I actually bought I've taken it apart. I've taken everything apart because I've been like getting ready and planning this out. I bought a heavy duty one, like a commercial grade. It's metal. I'm hoping it holds up a little better. I guess there was nothing wrong with the plastic one, but something like this was $10. That's really cheap. Surprises me. Something like this was $18. Not a huge difference. You know, I'm always about kind of upgrading. So anyways, I've watched a couple videos. I wanted to get an idea what I'm going into. You take it apart. Everybody talks about cutting it off. Well, I don't really see a reason to cutting these if I don't have to. If I get in there and unscrew these and these cables are still good, you know what I mean? Like, just use exactly what I got now rather than cut this whole thing off. The other thing, all the videos I watched, everybody said they're color coded. They said, oh, it's real easy. This is going to have the colors on it. You just put the green wire on the green wire. And then I came across a video and a guy said there's actually 3 separate configurations these 7-prongs can be. One's for like a utility trailer. One was for RVs or travel trailers. That would be me. And then a last one would have been for like livestock, like an animal trailer. So that kind of had me nervous. I'm like, well, how do I know the right one? Well, I'm gonna hook it up exactly how I have this current one, because obviously everything did work. My lights worked, my hazards, my power. So it's just a matter of you know, replacing it, getting a better outlet, better plug-in. I know I keep calling it outlet, my bad. So a couple of concerns I had. So for what I did was I took my phone and I recorded. Here's the post. On this one it's a little more prominent, bigger to see. So I compared up there and I went around with my camera. Black, brown, blue, white, red, green, of course yellow in the middle. So I've got a video I can come right back to and look at. So there's a little tip for you if you want to check that out. Also, the instructions with this brand new one say don't go off of colors that they're not, that all manufacturers aren't standardized. It might not be color coded, but go off of ground, left turn signal, right turn signal. And that's what this is labeled as. Actually, I noticed that in there it says, you know, it's very faint, it's hard to see. You might catch, like the one to the left of this post is aux. The second one's gonna be right turn, RT. So then I found that, and I'm like, okay, cool, well, that helps me out a little bit. Now I know that that's there. And then this one, because it's old and worn out, it was hard to check, but I found the same thing. This is not color coded on this, so a lot of people have said they're color coded, and they're not. At least both of these that I've come across are not color coded. And sure enough, the configuration, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, configuration is exactly the same. Where this one says aux is the aux post on the old one. Where it says left turn signal is the left turn signal on the old one. So now I know that, you know, this should be exactly the same. I just need to rehook it up the same way. Obviously pretty simple. If you're wondering if I didn't explain how this comes apart, it's real simple and they're both pretty comparable. It was just a Phillips head screw. You know, this went on there like that, boom, boom. Unscrewed that, now you're in there. This one had 2 screws, a little bit different, but I mean, if you know how to use a Phillips head screwdriver, you can get it apart and ready to go. I did unplug the camper, I unplugged the battery. I don't know if I need to or not, to be honest with you, but I don't want to get a little shock from the battery or whatever, if that would be a thing. So either way, we got no power right now onto anything, so we're good to go. So let's get this guy off. And there we have it. Let me strip this back just a little bit. There we go. All right. So here's our new one. I remember that yellow was in the middle. So I'm going to start with that. It also said in the instructions to use the terminal grease inside and out. Just go ahead and put a little dab of that on each as I put the wires in. One wire on there good and tight. There's our post. I'm going to refer back to my video on my phone. Refer back. Probably like for every single one of these. The post is right there on the top. To the right is black. Black. First one on the right. Dang it. You know what? I already screwed up. This needs to be through there. Let's take that off. Isn't this fun? What am I doing? I'm not even unscrewing the right one. Now let's get this party started. Okay, there we go. One. Now to the right of our post, we're going with black next. Here's a question for you. You might not know the answer, because otherwise, why are you watching my video? Why don't they make covers for these? Or do they make covers for them? And they're just not like I went to a couple different stores to get this plug to replace it, and I certainly didn't see any covers. But I'm like, you know, these sit out in the weather all the time. Mine was really corroded. Obviously, corrosion's a problem. Why don't they have covers for these to keep them capped and like in better shape? Hey, we got the black on. That's 2. 2 of 7. How many does that leave us to go? Back to the old camera. Black, brown. That was for the right turn signal. Apparently the brown wire did the right turn signal. Black, brown, blue. Actually, I cut a little bit of that off. I think I got a little too much left on this one. You know, you'd think more wire is good, but not necessarily. Like, where this connection goes isn't necessarily really big, and obviously you don't want, I'm no electrician, I cannot imagine you want the wire having that goes to your e-brake having a dangler, a random rogue scraggler hanging out and touching your right turn signal. Who knows, maybe it would mean nothing, but I can't imagine you'd want that. I think our next one's white. I'm gonna find out. After blue, bottom line over here is white. Yes, white, red, white, red, green. What I'm starting to do with the terminal grease and wiring these is just putting it on the whatever you want to call it, like the entrance area of that, and pushing that wire into that grease and through it to kind of let it work its way around. A couple things here. First, I'm going to trim both of these because there's a lot of long cable left there, or wire, exposed wire, lots of exposed lengthwise. White, and then red, green. Red, green, just like I thought. Yeah. Outstanding. Bring you guys in a little closer here for a minute. say that looks pretty tidy, wouldn't you? So this one has 2 screws in it. The first one, you saw I slid that up. Now that is all, other than, you know, the back end, just a plastic piece to tidy it up, make it look better. That piece will go on just like, that'll slide in. One of them will, you know, right in there. I'll be right back in just a couple minutes. I'm gonna hook the battery back up. I'm gonna hook this up and we're gonna test everything. Okay, good news, bad. Everything worked, hooked it up. All the lights worked. The brake controller seemed to, well, I can't say for sure, I didn't take it out on the road, but we pressed the brake controller without using the regular brakes. Brake lights came on, reverse lights came on the trailer, everything came on. It's the best I can do without taking it out and checking everything out. All right, guys, so we got ourselves a brand spanking new commercial grade 7-prong plug for towing. I was pretty intimidated because, I don't know, it could go awry, but it was so easy, super easy. Yeah, so now you know. It was my first time. I'm no expert. I watched a couple other people, went and did it. It's not exactly as some people said. It's not as easy as color coded, but just pay attention to what you're doing. There you go. On to the next one. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.